Over the past week, there has been a cult phenomenon taking place over at Twitch TV. What happens when you put 1,000 monkeys in a room full of typewriters? Hopefully something magical, right? Well, what happens when you put 1,000 of monkeys playing Pokemon? Now that is a question most gamers can sink their teeth into. Twitch Plays Pokemon takes the concept of the monkeys and typewriters and merges it with people playing Pokemon. Using a list of commands that are given with directions such as up, down, left, right, A, B, start, select, and so on, people take control of an emulated version of Pokemon while trying to guide Red through the schizophrenic meltdown. Following the list of commands can be tiring and almost seems impossible, but over the past 9 days, the people who were playing this game are actually showing promising results. To keep a balance between whether or not people should be adding commands freely, Twitch added a voting system to whether or not help decide if the game should be controlled freely or with a mass vote system. This voting system only has 2 options, and can be voted by saying their names. And those 2 options are Anarchy and Democracy. Anarchy allows for a flow of commands to be taken place, while Democracy only goes by a popular vote. As interesting as it is, there are a lot of people who stick with the voting while others stick to the control. Watching this stream is both entertaining and maddening. If you stick for too long, you start to see a pattern of walking into walls, pressing start, saving, dropping things, picking up things, changing Pokemon's names, etc, etc. But if you wait for progression, sometimes the people will surprise you, and other times it just leads to more disappointment. So watch in short doses for a good effect. I know this wasn't a review, but this was too interesting not to talk about. At first I thought it was just something crazy, a whole bunch of people playing Pokemon. There's gonna be that one guy that just wants to see the world burn. I believe it will fail and it won't go on further. And then when I checked back a day later, they already had a couple of badges. I was impressed. People working together to complete a game. What more could you ask for? With the idea spreading like wildfire, a lot of pictures and comics, jokes, and various other things started to arise through this little gameplay. There is something I forgot to mention though, but I haven't been watching long enough to understand it fully myself. It's something to do with the Helix fossil and the Moonstone. Something is going on between those 2 things which allows for a cult following. Watch Twitch Plays Pokemon and see for yourself what all the fuss is about. Be both entertained and annoyed and just have fun.